Hey everybody, great to be with you again, and congratulations on an incredible week of harvesting, exploring, finding what lights you up, hearing what lights other people up, bouncing off each other, inspiring each other, moving each other, exploring new territory. I'm hoping that you have some idea of what your passion project is at this point. But wherever you are with it, we're going to do some refining today. So get ready to just dive in, and we're going to take whatever seed you have, and we're really going to germinate that seed today. So here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is just to check in on the seed we have, or maybe it's a more well-formed idea. So wherever you're at in the process of your project presentation, I'd love you just to check in with that idea, or maybe it's a really formed idea, and see, does that feel totally right? Do I feel aligned with that? When I think about doing that thing, does it feel aligned with me? Does it feel right? What am I not sure about? Is there anything I'm not sure about? What are the questions that I might have? And just also notice, is this the right project for me right now? Maybe it sounds good, maybe it's for somebody else, maybe it's for me, but it's not for me right now. So just take a minute, breathe into your belly, and ask yourself those questions. How do I feel about this project? What am I not sure about? What are my specific questions? And then, is this the right project for me right now? All right. Just take a minute and receive any answers. Listen to your belly. You know how to do this. And I'm going to give you a minute just to dwell in those questions, because sometimes we need a little silence to really listen and hear. Great, so now whether or not you've written anything about your passion presentation down yet, I'd love you just to take what you might have gotten in the last few moments and what you got in class this week, and just write down a sketch of your passion presentation. And this first writing can be very just stream of consciousness, just whatever's flowing. Can't do it wrong, do it now. Now take a minute and look back at what you've read. Breathe deep into your belly, just like you know how to do. Tune into your heart, tune into your feelings, and see, what will you add? What's missing from the project now? What needs to be clarified? What would you take away? What seems like too much? What seems like it doesn't fit? Just give it another read and just see, how would you like to refine it? What would make this proposal more inviting, more compelling? And now let's just take a few breaths and let all that inspiration land in your body, and see if there's anything else. And now I'd like you to write it fresh, with all those refinements, any new information you got, and maybe a surprise that comes through your writing. You're writing your passion presentation fresh for a second time incorporating the answers to these questions you just asked. Do it now. Fantastic work. Fantastic work. So now I'm going to ask you to impersonate somebody else. I'm going to ask you to be somebody else. Maybe you're a good friend, maybe you're a college professor, maybe you're a CEO. But you just picked up this proposal. It's never seen it before. I want you to read it and see if you feel enrolled. I want you to read it as if you've never read it before, and see if you know what this person is talking about, if you want to get involved, if you need clarification. And I'd love you to do that a few times and just see, if I didn't know anything about this proposal and I was reading it for the first time, how would I feel about it? Would I want to play? Would I know what they're talking about? Would I think this is an inspiring thing that needs to be done? Or would I not really have a strong, compelling feeling of wanting to jump in? See what you feel and take a minute with this. All right, great work. So as the evaluator, as the third party, I'd love you to take that feedback from your objective self, as well as any other insights that have just come to you from other places, and write one more fresh attempt at your passion presentation. And I want you to really come at this with new eyes. Like, don't try to remember everything you wrote down. Just trust that you're going to incorporate everything and it's going to be better, because each time you rewrite it, it gets more refined, it gets more alive, it gets more parts, and maybe some parts fall away as well. But I'd like you to write it one more time now, incorporating the eyes of the new observer and then everything that you've seen so far in the previous 2 incarnations. Write it fresh now. Great work, great work. So passion presentations are next week. You can't do it wrong, but repetition really works and refinement really works, and rereading and then gut checking what you're writing really works. So this last version, as well as the other two versions, your invitation and your homework is to keep reading them, to keep refining them, and to keep asking questions about, is this really right for me? Am I doing this much or am I doing this much? What's the important part of I doing? What's the why behind what I'm doing? And really explore so that when you come and make your passion presentation, it lives in every cell of your body. You've inhabited it, you've had a journey with it, you're owning it. It's not something foreign that you're presenting, it's part of you. To become part of you, you got to spend some time with it. So I'm going to invite you to spend some time with it over the weekend, and then I look forward to seeing you on Monday and look forward to the Passion Project presentations next week. Take care. Have a great weekend.